Hello, my friends. Today is February 3rd, 2025. My name is Sensei Alexey Kunin, and this is my life journey. I'm getting a lot of inquiries of different people who don't really know me. Where am I from originally? Because they hear my accent and they kind of thinking, some say that I'm from Mexico or Latin America. Some people say I look like Asian. I was born in Eastern Europe. Originally, actually, I was born in Kiev, Ukraine. I came with my parents to United States when I was 12 years old. I grew up in California, in Los Angeles, and I do speak few languages. I speak fluent Russian, I speak Ukrainian, and I speak English. So I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I spent all my teenager years growing up in Los Angeles. It was beautiful at that time. California was a beautiful state when I was growing up. So I was doing a lot of swimming, surfing, typical California teenager, and learning. I was really much into martial arts, Eastern philosophy. So since I was probably 13 years old. Well, I started martial arts when I was 12, and yoga when I was 12. But later on, I really got into Eastern philosophy and Eastern healing arts, Oriental healing arts. Was introduced to different style of martial arts. Growing up in Los Angeles was a mecca for martial arts. All the greatest legends and teachers used to live in Los Angeles and in California, teaching many amazing styles of martial arts. There was many amazing teachers in Eastern philosophy as well. When I was in college, I studied at Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. So I was a kind of a rebel. So I did a lot of exploration of Eastern philosophy. My major was political science and Eastern philosophy. So I also lived in ashram, a yoga ashram, while I was a student, studying yoga, hatha yoga, and then later on Kundalini yoga. And then I had a chance to study Raja yoga. I visited many meditation centers in Los Angeles, so I was exposed to different many actual meditation techniques, different Buddhist techniques. So I was growing up. I had a kind of a happy teenager growing up in sunny California. I graduated from Loyola Marymount University. After finishing the school, I realized what I'm going to do with a philosophy degree. I need to be more serious. So I joined U.S. Army. I studied first. I was in a medical school. So first I was studying as a combat medic, and then later on specializing in occupational therapy and behavioral science. After once I graduated from a U.S. Army Medical School in San Antonio, Texas, I got back home to Los Angeles. I realized I don't want to be in the medical field. It's too depressing. Good money, but very, very depressing, working with people who are dying, who are sick. And I was young, full of energy, so I said, no, I don't want to be in the medical field. It's better to make less money and be happy than to make a lot of money and be depressed working with sick people. So I worked for many years, for 20 years, in Hollywood industry. I was doing a lot of special events in Los Angeles. and working with a lot of celebrities, Hollywood celebrities. Any event that you can think of, red carpet event, putting a star on Hollywood Boulevard. I was doing protection work. So being with celebrities when they get their star in Hollywood Boulevard, fashion shows, Hollywood after parties. So working sometimes 6-7 days a week, working at night, watching all those crazy Hollywood parties, and I was always behind the scenes. So it was an interesting job. At the same time, I was teaching and practicing my martial arts and traveling probably all over the world. Been to most of the continents, North and South Africa, the Caribbean, many European countries, Australia, where else? South America. So I was teaching a lot, meeting with a lot of interesting people, meeting with politicians, government officials, had a chance to teach and work with military and police in many different countries. Used to teach special forces and military and police and showing them traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu, how it works in combat environment. So a lot of my students are former military people, former police. And so I met a lot of interesting people, big politicians in many different countries, political leaders, met some presidents, senators, government in many different countries, religious leaders. So I could say I had a very interesting life when I was traveling and teaching and meeting a lot of people, teaching, enjoying what I do was the best, teaching traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu, promoting, educating, and at the same time doing healing. I did a lot of healing work at the same time. Using Eastern arts with Qigong and Tai Chi and Reiki and Indian techniques from yoga. So yes, I was born in the Soviet Union, in Kiev, Ukraine, came to the United States when I was very young. I still have lots of friends in Russia because I speak fluent Russian. So even at home I speak Russian. My dog speaks Russian. So I do a lot of traveling. The COVID kind of killed a lot of my traveling days. And then there is a political situation in Ukraine and Russia. So unfortunately, I cannot go there to teach to Ukraine or Russia. So we'll have to wait till the political situation subsides, and I will continue teaching and traveling. My friends call me on the phone and say, when you're going to come and teach? And I said, let's wait till the situation calm down in Europe, and I will come again and I'll start teaching again and meet my friends. And I had a chance also to live in Asia for 2 years. I lived in Kazakhstan for 2 years in the 1990s. That was an interesting experience. So I was teaching there and living. Kazakhstan, it's a country in mid-Asia. They speak Russian there, and they speak Kazakh at the same time. But at that time in 1990s, everybody was speaking fluent Russian in Kazakhstan. So I met a lot of powerful people there and travel. So again, this is in short, my biography of my education. I am a professor of Oriental healing arts, doctor of natural medicine, plus my medical training in the U.S. Army as an occupational therapist and behavioral analyst. So that's kind of, in short, my life kind of background, where I'm from. And I live now in Omaha, Nebraska. I have my own dojo, Katabami Ju-Jitsu Dojo, in Omaha, right in the Midtown area. My dojo, it's my reflection of my spirituality. Everything I did, I accumulated here, different places I travel, and so it's like my home, my spiritual side of some people say it's a museum, some people say it's a little reflection of my spirituality in this space of my dojo, where I teach, I meditate, and I'm hopefully changing people's life for the better. So again, my name is Sensei Alexey Kunin, and this is my life journey. Write me, ask me questions. It was great talking to you guys. Bye-bye.